No, I think this is insanity by Dallas.
Really?
Total insanity. They gave up potentially 90% for Quinnen Williams of what they got for Micah Parsons. And those players are not in the same stratosphere as far as impact on your team. That's first of all. Second of all, Jerry told Stephen A. yesterday this trade was in the works already. The major move was coming. That's about as bad a process imaginable, not because by telling Stephen A., but what it means is his decision was not at all impacted by the fact that they lost again last night, that they were even further from the postseason after last night, that the second-round pick they're giving away this year got even better last night,
True.
And they're not a D tackle away from contention.
Trades have been made. Roster adjustments have been done. The Cowboys were definitely aggressive at the trade deadline. That's for sure. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about Nick Wright trashing Jerry Jones for making the Quinnen Williams trade. With the Cowboys making moves at the trade deadline, a message was clearly sent to the rest of the NFL. Jerry Jones has every intention to improve the Cowboys defense on paper ASAP. Before I say anything else though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So here it is. Will the Quinnen Williams trade save the Cowboys season? No, it's not. And it's not because it was a terrible trade by the Dallas Cowboys. I disagree with Nick Wright on that front. However, I don't disagree with Nick Wright in the sense that the Dallas Cowboys are not going to significantly improve the rest of the season. I understand Quinnen Williams is a phenomenal football player. I understand that he is one of the best defensive tackles in all of football. But let's be completely honest with ourselves. Are the Dallas Cowboys really one move away from improving their defense significantly? Heck no. The Dallas Cowboys have all sorts of problems. They can't stop the run. They can't get pressure to the quarterback, and they damn sure can't cover guys in the passing game. So the Dallas Cowboys' weakness is pretty much everything when it regards to their defense. Quinnen Williams is a good player, don't get me wrong. He's a phenomenal football player, but he's not going to save the Dallas Cowboys defense. So instead of being a bottom 2 defense, the Dallas Cowboys are instead going to be a bottom 5 defense. And in best case scenarios, maybe they'll be a bottom 10 level defense. The point is the Dallas Cowboys defense did not get significantly better from the Quinnen Williams trade. And although I thought it was a great trade, I don't necessarily think the Dallas Cowboys are going to be a playoff team. Remember, the Dallas Cowboys are 3-5-1 and they play in the NFC East division. I know they're better than the Commanders. I know they're better than the Giants, but they're definitely not better than the Philadelphia Eagles, who, by the way, look like they have the division on lockdown. Basically, anything short of a collapse, the Philadelphia Eagles are going to win the NFC East rather comfortably. So therefore, the Dallas Cowboys have to figure out a way how to sneak into a wild card spot. However, here's the problem. The NFC is absolutely stacked with good teams all over the place. It is not exactly like the Dallas Cowboys have beaten good football teams for the most part this year. So they have an uphill battle to climb when it comes to trying to compete against some of the better teams in the NFC. I believe the Dallas Cowboys are a football team that will probably end up with an 8-1 record, which sounds very fitting for what the Dallas Cowboys have been in the last 30 years. Obviously, Jerry Jones has led a very mediocre squad for the Dallas Cowboys throughout his time as the owner of their organization, with the exception of the Jimmy Johnson years where a dynasty was made. But obviously, Jerry Jones has been known for being average year in and year out, which means the Dallas Cowboys are going to be average once again because Jerry Jones is the main decision maker. And although the Quinnen Williams trade was certainly a good trade for the Dallas Cowboys, I don't necessarily think it is going to be a game-changing trade. I don't think Quinnen Williams is going to make the impact Micah Parsons made for the Dallas Cowboys. Micah Parsons was a game changer, and I know that he's not necessarily great against the run, but Micah Parsons does a great job getting pressure to the opposing quarterback, which is something I cannot say about the rest of the Cowboys squad. Quinnen Williams is going to do a better job making sure the Cowboys are able to stuff the run, but in terms of getting pressure on the quarterback, I don't really see that being much of a factor. I know that they also have Kenny Clark on their squad, but Kenny Clark hasn't really done much of anything for the Cowboys this year. I expect that trend to continue. I also want to show you guys guys this clip of Skip Bayless having a conversation with Gerald McCoy, Jay Gruden, and Talib when it came to the Quinnen Williams trade. He's talking about how Jerry Jones has gotten him excited for Cowboys football again. Obviously, the other guys ended up agreeing with him. I don't agree with their takes, but obviously, a lot of people feel pretty excited about the Cowboys moves. That's what Jerry Jones does. He's the ultimate salesman, at least when it comes to professional football. Roll the film.
All of a sudden, Jerry's sucking me back in.
Yeah.
I'm being lured back in because we heard Quinnen Williams. Quinnen Williams is you, man.
He's not me, but he's good.
He's perennial Pro Bowl, first team All-Pro. It's a glaring need.
Protecting your quarterback doesn't mean drafting a guard. Sometimes it means having a good defense where your quarterback doesn't have to throw the ball 50 times a game and get sacked 5 times and have the pressure on him on every single drive. Now they're starting to address the need.
They still gonna get a dog edge. However they get them, they got a first-round pick, they got a couple first-round picks. And then they defensive trenches gonna match their offensive trenches. And that's how you be a good football team.
You know, there's some wins out there. They can maybe sneak in as a wild card.
Oh, God, I'll take that.
Laughable takes, man. The Dallas Cowboys are not going to significantly improve with Quinnen Williams on their football squad. And like I said, on several occasions, it's not like the Dallas Cowboys made a terrible trade. It was a great trade. Getting a guy like Quinnen Williams is definitely a start. But I'm just saying that the Dallas Cowboys are not going to perform miracles in the second half of the season on the defensive end of the field. The Dallas Cowboys were a bottom 2 defense. How much better is Quinnen Williams going to make that Cowboys defense? Quinnen Williams was a good player, but it's not exactly like he was playing a winning brand of football on the New York Jets. He's just going to be an upgrade over what they had currently on their roster. I do like the fact that they moved on from Mazi Smith. Mazi Smith was not a good player for the Cowboys whatsoever, so that was already a win for the Cowboys in and of itself. I know they gave up a second-round pick in 2026, and they gave up a 2027 first-round pick, but that's not too much of an issue since they already have the Packers' first-round pick in 2027 due to the Micah Parsons trade. So therefore, I'm pretty excited as to what the Cowboys did defensively in the long term. But I'm talking about for this season, and when I think about the Cowboys defense this season, I think of them as an absolute disaster. Any defense that is called by Matt Eberflus is going to continue sucking. Matt Eberflus is one of the worst defensive play callers in all of football. I expect the Cowboys to still continue getting burned by the run, albeit it'll be much better than what it was in the first half of the season, and their passing defense is still going to continue getting torched on a weekly basis. Their secondary is absolutely trash. I expect them to still be trash by the end of the year, and the Dallas Cowboys are going to find a way to be mediocre. They're not going to be completely trash because their offense is pretty good on paper, but defensively, they're still going to be a very bad football team. I just don't think this Quinnen Williams trade moves the needle all that much for the Cowboys. They might get an extra win or two, but nothing crazy outside of that. As far as them making the playoffs, no, I don't see that happening. I expect the Dallas Cowboys to miss the NFL playoffs once again, just like they did last season. And even though Dak Prescott is having a great year, it looks like it's going to go into waste because the Cowboys defense is not any good whatsoever. In fact, they're absolutely horrible at their jobs. So that is why the Quinnen Williams trade will not save the Cowboys season, as I still expect the Cowboys defense to perform at a terrible level moving forward. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking. Like the video and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinNasTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNasTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNasTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel Sports Guy Talking.